Well, we're discussing aspects of poverty and social justice today in a small discussion. We have several people that are here speaking with us. And so, what I would like to ask you is, do you live in poverty?
Well, yes, I earned $18,000 last year, and that is all me and my two children have to live off of. That is below the poverty line for my family, and for a family of three in the U.S., that is. Although, like 90% of the people in the U.S., we do have TV and a steady supply of food.
And how does your situation compare with people in the rest of the world?
Well, 80% of the world's population lives on less money than available for my children and I. So, in comparison, even though below the poverty line, we are better off than more than three-fourths of this country.
And what could the church do that would most help your situation?
Well, I work two part-time jobs, and the business owners make more money that way. So if the church would provide a Bible study geared towards my children, that would also help a great deal. Also, if those in the church have an influence or information regarding employment positions that are concerted and make a concerted effort to give those to me, for the unemployed and underemployed, that would be a great help.
Okay, well, thank you for taking part in our discussion.
You're welcome.
Do you live in poverty?
I guess so. I only made $3,000 last year, although I don't think I have it as bad as my children.
Are these your children?
Yes, I have 9 that I know of, with 7 different women. They all live with their mothers. I split my time between their apartments and houses, and they all live on government money and get food stamps and stuff, so I never lack a place to sleep or a decent meal.
Do you think it might help the situation of the women you exploit and the children that are produced from it to maintain your sexual life within the covenant of marriage and to also work in some sort of gainful employment?
Change my behavior and work when I really don't feel like it. I really don't see myself doing that. I would have to radically change my innermost being to want to do something like that.
Okay, well, thank you for being part of our discussion. Do you live in poverty?
Not really. I'm a member of the U.S. Congress. I made $174,000 last year, which is more than 3 times the median household income in the U.S. Congress began by not even having a salary, then only receiving $6 a day for the days that they were in session. So we Congress people have done pretty well by ourselves. Of course, it helps to be able to vote yourself a raise.
How is it that you keep getting elected?
Oh, that's easy. We enact laws that cause high unemployment. Then we give money to people who don't work and tell them the other party wants to hurt them. They get subsistence level living and we get their votes. The other party tells the rest of the country that our party wants to hurt them and that they are for limited government and they get those votes. So we both keep getting the votes to stay in power. In reality, all of us here are just a ruling elite, enriching ourselves at the expense of the citizenry. But we're able to play good cop, bad cop, while we both make obscene piles of cash.
Do you think it would perhaps help the people that you are elected to serve to use your position of power to assist them to not stifle economic growth and to use your position of power to actually help others rather than just yourself?
Voluntarily cut back on my way of life and the luxury I lead, the power I've achieved? I don't really see myself doing that. I would have to be radically changed and have a different value system that didn't include just looking out for myself and my own self-interest to do something like that.
Okay, well, thank you for being part of our discussion. Okay, well, do you live in poverty?
No. I own several businesses, and my income last year was $545 million. A lot of people that work for me live in poverty, though. I employ mostly illegal immigrants, single women without a high school education, and other economically disadvantaged folks. I usually don't even have to pay minimum wage. In fact, there is no minimum wage in most of the countries where I employ people.
Do you think that it's just that you have all this money when the people that make it possible for you to have that money live in such poverty due to the amount that you pay them?
Justice? Probably not. I don't really care about justice. I just care about getting as much as possible. I don't really see why I should care if my behavior is just toward others or not, and you can enact as many laws as you want. I'll always be able to get around them. Why I would have to be converted through some means to be being a completely different person for things to change for all those people that live in poverty because of me.
Indeed. Okay, well, thank you for being part of our discussion.